This is Hyper Madness What Ifs. And this is the all-new series What If I Was a Pokémon Hunter. Disclaimer, I do not own any media, nor do I make any profits off my stories. Pokémon a Prey is a fan-fictionized Kai where Jason, who is unknowingly a human with the ability to copy the talent of others, finds himself transported to the world of Pokémon by Arceus, the self-proclaimed god of Pokémon, as a calamity on this world. Armed with a simple gamer system in place of his original ability, Jason will take the Pokémon universe by storm. Chapter 1: He Who Is the Void. Today was like any other day. I woke up for my 3:30 morning shift as a janitor. My job wasn't anything special, just cleaning up after the various construction workers and business professionals that frequent the power plant. It was good work that paid well enough for a single guy to live comfortably. People always told me I shouldn't waste my talents in this life on something so mundane. Little did they know exactly how talented I truly was. People tend to always say some people are good at some things and bad at others. Apparently, those people never met someone like me. Not once have I found something I couldn't do, and for me, it's always monkey see, monkey do. It didn't matter what it was. I could do it so long as someone else could do it too, and I could do it even better. None of that matters to me, though. Because the only things I wanted to do was what no one ever could. For that reason, I dedicated my time to watching anime and playing video games. It's for this reason that I was greatly confused to find myself in an endless dark void after I slipped on a bit of mayonnaise from who knows where. You've got to be kidding me. I didn't just die, did I? Let's see. Skin check, pulse check, fingers, clothes, gravity, all check. So, what the heck is this crap? I thought. It seemed the only thing missing was a healthy dose of panic. Just before I did just that, a bright light unlike a shining star filled my vision. It was at that moment that a voice filled my mind that was both soft and beast-like in nature. Behold, traveller, for I have thou summoned thee to thine plane. Hearken unto me to fulfill my will, that ruin might fall upon all creation. The being spoke with great authority that sent chills down my spine. Just as I was about to fall down and worship God, the light cleared only to reveal a bizarre yet familiar creature. All thoughts of reverence and worship left my mind to be replaced with a blank stare in disbelief. Before me was a white golden horse-like entity with a muff-like wheel, spinning slowly around its midsection. It was Arceus. A Pokémon. A freaking Pokémon. And not just any Pokémon. It was the supposed creation god of all Pokémon. It was at this point that I decided this entire situation was complete BS. I rubbed my temples to alleviate the coming headache before sitting down cross-legged. So how can I help the self-proclaimed god of Pokémon this day? I asked dryly. The large being somehow seemed annoyed at the self-proclaimed comment about its godhood but chose to ignore it. Listen, well chosen one. The time of men and Pokémon will end at your hand. For thou art the vessel of might, the devouring of ability, and the receiver of knowledge. Go forth with mine gift to the code of the world. Your path is preordained, drop forth from the heavens to the realms of men. Before I could so much as think about what I just heard, the void was gone, and I found myself amidst a sea of clouds. A sea of clouds that was now giving way to a very rapidly approaching sea of green. Confusion gave way to fear as it quickly became apparent that yes, I was indeed falling. Oh no. No. That's real. That's very, very real. No, IHHK. My prompt to panic attack was cut short when I quite literally found myself 6 feet under. This was followed by a resounding boom and mushroom-shaped dust cloud that could be seen for miles. Just before my vision faded into black, a red text box appeared in the upper left corner of my vision. Notification received. -1,566,800 HP, you have taken critical fall damage. Congratulations! Due to taking 200 or more fall damage, skill fall resistance has been unlocked. Due to taking 2,500 or more fall damage, skill fall resistance has evolved into feather falling. Due to taking 20,000 or more, fall damage, skill feather falling has evolved into advanced skill Skywalker. Congratulations, due to taking 150,000 or more, fall damage, skill Skywalker has evolved into legendary skill Time to Float. Skills. Time to Float is a skill that lets the user move freely in the air at will. While active player is unaffected by wind turbulence not caused by attacks. You have fainted, estimated recovery time 3 days. Darkness. This was my first thought as I began to awake. I was back in the void again, only now it was truly empty. The presence I unknowingly felt before from Arceus were no longer present. I decided to take the silence as an opportunity to gather my thoughts about my new situation. Okay, I could be sure that I'm most likely somewhere in the world of Pokémon, though which region or timeline is unknown to me. Based on the text box I saw before fainting, I have the code of the world that Arceus gifted to me. I've been transferred to this world with a Pokémon-based gamer system. After what felt like weeks, which in reality was only 3 days, Jason awoke to find himself back in the open plains he crashed into before passing out. He was already outside the deep crater his body made on impact. Warm winds blew across his skin as the tall green grass swayed freely in the wind. The smell of flowers and the ocean filled his nostrils, creating a calming atmosphere. Various wild animals could be seen throughout the fields grazing lazily. Birds, rodents, dogs, and many colorful creatures that could only be Pokémon. Before I could take a single step forward, the world around me froze with the vibrant color fading into gray. What is it now? I asked in annoyance. Suddenly, a text window appeared. Congratulations, Jason, on your new quest for world domination. Before you begin your quest, you must pick one of the following trading card packs and choose one ability card within them to help you along your way. 4 copy series level Z card packs are available. Card Pack Z Model One Piece Universe. Description: pick between one of 3 devil fruits that allow the transfer of abilities to the host. Card Pack Z Model My Hero Academia. Description: pick between 3 powerful quirks capable of transferring abilities to the host. Card Pack Z Model Dragon Ball. Description: pick between 3 powerful biologies capable of transferring abilities to the host. Card Pack Z Model NBC Heroes. Description: pick between 3 powerful abilities capable of transferring abilities to the host. Jason let out a sigh. Well, now that this is likely going to be my life from here on out, I should at least put a little effort in. Arceus may want me to bring this world to ruin, but if the goal is world domination, I might as well get everything I can out of this life. I hope Dawn, Misty, and May are alive in this world. From the looks of things, I won't be dying anytime soon, so I can wait a few years for them to come of age. I put away the distracting thoughts and began to go over the options available. Well, let's see here. From the top is One Piece. I'm a fully dedicated fan of all these series. I only know that the dark fruit can somehow handle multiple abilities, so most likely, the other 2 are unknown or undiscovered devil fruits. As much as I would like an elemental body of darkness, the increase of pain is a no-go. That's not to mention the weakness of water, in a world full of creatures about to use it as a weapon. Next is My Hero Academia. Quirks themselves have strict limitations, even all for one. There's also the possibility of getting the 5-minute copy quirk, which would be a big problem, so no. Next is Dragon Ball. This one is easier to predict. From what I know, there are exactly 3 beings who have this type of ability. In order as Cell, Majin Buu, and Baby. In terms of power, this is the best option. However, this also includes changing my race entirely. I don't care how they are identified, the fact is they all lack genitals. No balls, no life, so that's out. And finally, Heroes. While I'm a dedicated anime fan, this TV series holds a special place in my heart. That's not to mention that the most powerful ability transferring powers come from this universe. Scylla, Peter, and Arthur Petrelli all have powers without physical limitations. To my knowledge, even All For One has a cap limit for how many powers he can possess. With my mind made up, I quickly clicked on the box that held the Heroes card pack. In a sudden flash of light, a black booster pack with a golden Z above a lunar eclipse fell into my hand. I could feel an indescribable power flowing from it. I tore open the booster pack to reveal 3 glowing silver trainer Pokémon cards. Trainer, Scylla. Ability, Intuitive Aptitude. Allows the host to understand how things work. But the hunger that comes with it drives the host to begin killing ability holders to acquire new abilities. Trainer, Peter Petrelli. Ability, Ability Replication. Grants the host the ability to mimic the powers of others, acquiring powers simply by being near an ability holder. Trainer, Arthur Petrelli. Ability, Power Absorption. Grants the host the ability to steal the abilities of other ability holders by making physical contact. I stared at the cards in my hand in wonder. It wasn't the silver glow or the level of detail information they provided. No, it was how powerful I felt while holding them in my hand. Like a living thing, the energy battled for dominance. Each one is trying desperately to enter my body, yet unable to do so. Silas' card felt like a starving predator seeking its prey. I naturally gave up on that one instantly. Peter's card felt like a child, desperately reaching out for comfort, willing to embrace anyone or anything it could regardless of the danger. This card's unpredictable nature worries me too much to choose. Finally, Arthur's card felt like a cold and calculating detective who could flawlessly fix any problems or solve any crime. It was then I made my choice. Soon, 2 of the cards vanished in a flash of light, and the third sunk into my hand. It was then that a blue text box appeared. Congratulations, Jason. You have acquired the ability of power absorption. The following skills and information has been unlocked. Ability power absorption. The host can now permanently remove one of the following traits from a Pokémon when making physical contact. 1. Acquire Pokémon body trait. 2. Acquire 1 Pokémon move. 3. Acquire Pokémon special ability. 4. Acquire a random percentage of a choice stat attribute. 5. Acquire object effect. Hidden effects. The host also gains complete muscle, memory and motor control related reflexes alongside all acquired changes to the body. The host can select what portion of the body that abilities manifest from when an ability is acquired. Outward physical changes revert to normal when not in use. This ability has a 5-minute cooldown, so the body's changes can settle. As I read through the information, a sliver of excitement took hold at the possibilities of having such potential. This is amazing. I have to give this a try as soon as possible. My body is full of energy. The world around me returned to color as time began to flow again. Without wasting a second, I began looking over my surroundings for a weak Pokémon I could grab without getting killed. It was then I saw a small bug, Pokémon with brown spheres lined up in a row of peas, and a single horned spike atop its head. That's a Weedle! I exclaimed. I instantly shot into a sprint towards the unsuspecting insect. It turned quickly to face the giant coming its way before shooting a white sticky string faster than the eye could see. It was only by reflex that I ducked low into a slide, to avoid it. When I was only 3 feet away, the Weedle fired its horn into my shoulder, so hard it passed cleanly through without resistance. The pain was intense, but I used my momentum fall towards and grab the dangerous bug in a vice grip. Despite how dangerous it was, it lacked physical strength to escape. I held its head, facing away with my right hand and its tail in my left. It constantly struggled without success. Every so often, it would fire newly grown horns and string that only struck air. As I tightened my grip, it seemed to understand its defeat and relax. You little bugger. My shoulder is a mess, thanks to you. I sneered at it. Indeed, a lot of blood was escaping the open wound. Don't worry, little bug, because I'm gonna let you go in just a second. I was surprised when the creature nodded at me. I pushed the thoughts from my mind in order to focus on my new ability. It was quite difficult, because of my injury, but soon I felt a connection to the Weedle in my hands. It seemed to notice it as it tensed up suddenly. Finally, I focused on the string I saw earlier, and the effect was instantaneous. A blue light flowed from the Weedle into my hands. Like being wrapped in a blanket of liquid air, I could feel the changes in my body. System notification, congratulations, you have learned String Shot. Due to absorbing your first ability you have gained 1 card pack C item series. System shop unlocked. NBC Hero System shop unlocked. Status menu unlocked. Item storage unlocked. Since I had confirmation that I got the power I wanted, I decided to let the Weedle go. Okay, Weedle, I am gonna let you loose now. If you attack, I will crush you. Am I clear? I threatened. Once the Weedle nodded and relaxed, still to my surprise, I let the creature down on a large rock near the edge of the grassy plains. Now that that's handled, I should figure out how I can use this String Shot. I stared at my hands in contemplation as I tried focusing the power I felt enter my body. What am I missing? The power is definitely in place. A sudden movement out of the corner of my eye caught my attention. Before I registered what I was doing, my right hand shot out open palm towards where the Weedle was rushing towards me, with its horn leaking deadly, looking purple fluid. A white sticky string shot from my palm and wrapped the approaching insect in a tight cocoon, leaving only its head exposed. The whole thing was so sudden my heart was trying to explode in my chest. I only now realized the vengeful little monster was trying to jam a poison sting directly into my temple. My breath labored to regain a normal pace. I looked down at the raging creature at my feet in anger. Why, you little? I was going to let you go. I did let you go. I gave you a chance to crawl away without losing everything because of your human intelligence, but no. Now you're going to live. And I'll take everything you possess. 3 minutes left, and the next power is mine. And so I sat down, for what would likely be a several-hour process to acquire as much power as possible from this stupid bug Pokémon. Now that I have an understanding of how string shot is used, it was now time to do something about my shoulder wound. In fact, my shirt is ruined too. After I quickly discarded my blood-soaked sandy brown polo shirt, I was finally able to see the extent of my injury. When I saw the half-inch hole I was now sporting, I realized the extent of my injury. On my left side, only an inch above my heart, was the hole. Without a second thought, I began focusing string shot to form, but not fire from the gaping flesh. Soon, a white substance with the consistency of pulp formed on the front and back of my body. I let out a sigh of relief, once the pulp-like substance hardened into a plaster cast. I chuckled humorously to my new, tied-up little friend. "You got me real good there, little buddy." Chapter 1 end. Hey. This is Hyper Madness What Ifs. And this is the all-new series What If I Was a Pokémon Hunter. Disclaimer, I do not own any media, nor do I make any profits off my stories. Pokemon a Prey is a fan-fictionized kai where Jason,